piece of a battery pack.
The date is May 8th. This is Kharkov, Russia. The first of 4 matches between the USA and USSR. Number 1, Panchenko, play set hitter. Number 2, Zaitsev, setter, captain, all-around team leader. Number 3, A.Савина. Number 6 is Pavel. Number 11, I don't have a name for right now.
Первую встречу следующих составов: сборная Соединенных Штатов Америки. Номер 1 Дастин Ворок, 6 Стив Тиммонс, 7 Крейг Пак, 12 Алдис Берзинс, 13 Пэт Пауэрс, 15 Карч Кирли. Сборная команда Советского Союза. Номер 1 Юрий Панченко, 2 Вячеслав Зайцев, 3 Александр Савин, 5 Владимир Шкурихин, 6 Павел Селиванов, 11 Александр.
Okay, match 1 is about to begin. Serving is Karch Kirai. Receiving in the front row, Soviets. 11-5, 2, front row left to right. Let's start with the server. 3, 11-5, 2. Okay, serving. We have number 2, Zaitsev. 1, 11-5 across the front row. Pass by Karch. Timmons being blocked. Zaitsev serving. Pass by Berzins. Put away by Buck. Vorak serving. There's a pass by Savine. Blocked by Buck. That swing, that hit was by number 11. Serving is Panchenko, number 1. 11-5-6 in the front row. Put away by Berzins, good set. Left Pavel standing flat-footed. Buck serving. 1 passed. Stuffed by Timmons on number 11. Buck still serving. It's passed by Savine. Tip by 11 again. Hit by Berzins. Pavel went with him. Berzins. Ball away on Pavel. Point, USA. Pass by number 1, Panchenko. Pavel putting the ball away off Berzins. Got 5, 6, 3 in the front line, 11 served. Berzin's putting the ball down. Side out. Berzin serving. Pass by Karch. That was 5 serving the ball then. 5 served the ball that last point. The front row was 6-3-2 on that rotation. 5 serving 6-3-2. Dig by Berzins. Powers got the ball down into a block by Savine and Pavel. Powers serving. I can't see the scoreboard here, so I can't call out the score. Pass by 1. Hit by 5. It was out. Berzin's couldn't get out of the way. So put away by Shurukin. 6 serving. We have 3-2-1 in the front line. Timmins hammering the ball. A great step by Dusty and a mediocre pass by Karch. Timmins serving. 11 passing. Good passer. Dig by Berzins. Doug. Karch got the ball down the front of Zaitsev. Spinchenko. I'm going to zoom in and cut off a little bit of the USA side of the court so we can see more what the Soviets are doing. 3 serving. We have 2-1-11 in the front line. 11 got Karch. 11 blocked Karch 1-on-1. Three still serving. Put away by Karch. I'm going to zoom in and try to focus a little better. There's a third missed serve out of about 6 tries. Matu serving. We have 1-11-5 in the front line. Line hit by Berzins. Dvorak serving. Pass by Savine. Swing and the hit was out. I'm going to stop play and change batteries. I'm sorry, hit was in. We have one serving, 11-5-6 in the front line. Berzin's puts the ball down. It's number 6, Pavel, off the block. I dropped about 4 plays there while I was changing the battery. 6 serving, across the front line, 3-2-1. Pass by Karch. That dig was by 5. Timmins over the top of Savine. Reached high, got a little bit of the ball, got enough. Timmins serving. That pass is by 11. Terrible pass. Buck hammers the overset by Pavel. Number 6 set the ball over off the bad pass by 11. Timmins serving. Okay, there we're gonna see a timeout. That's a timeout, USSR, after the 2 bad passes. Time is back in. I still can't find a scoreboard anywhere. I'm sitting right directly under the scoreboard, so I can't read out what the score is. Timmins is still serving. Yeah, I believe is ahead. 11 got the pass up, fair pass. It was a hit by number 5 and a stuff by Craig Buck. Excellent block. That was Shirukin. Hitting. Timmins serving. He missed 11 then. 6 passed it. Pavel passed it. That was a hit by Panchenko, number 1, Panchenko. Savine serving the front line, and this rotation is 2-1-11. 5 and 6 round out the rotation. Pass by Karch. We got a net by the USSR there. I think Zaitsev netted then. 3 serving. We have 2-1-11 in the front line. That was number 1 that netted that last play. Buck with a tip over the top. Excellent play. They're in a man-up defense. The ball got by him. Buck over the top. Karch serving. Pass by number 6, Pavel over the net. Bad pass. Good up by USSR. Nobody blocking. Timmins put the ball down. Excellent set by Dvorak. Karch serving, see if he can get a ball in this time. Yes, he has. Pavel passing. Hit by 1, beat Dusty to the outside. That's just a little late. Number 2 serving, Zaitsev serving. Have 1-11-5 across the front row. Pass by Berzin, no, it's by Berzins, set by Karch. Hit by his Berzins. It's number 1 swinging, Panchenko. Timmins hit the ball almost off the green. Serve is Zaitsev serving 1-11-5 in the front line. Timmins put that ball down, beat number 11 to the outside. They're almost giving us that hit. The back row man from our right side. Dusty Dvorak serving. That passes by 3, Savine. Put away by number 5, Shirukin. Number 1, Panchenko serving. 1-5-6 is the front line in this rotation. Good set, good high, reaching hit by Craig Buck. Buck serving. A pass by 1. Put away by 5, sprayed it out of bounds. They called a touch on it. 11 serving, 5, 6, and 3 across the front line now. 2 and 1 round out the rotation. Pass by Berzins. Pat Powers getting stuffed by, I think it was number 5, Shirukin. Got Pat on his big angle. 11 serving. Put away by Timmins. Almost castrated Panchenko. He's counting him, he still has 2. Berzin serving. 11 with the pass. Net USA. Play stop with a net on USA. 5 serving. We have 6-3-2 across the front line. X. Pat Powers puts the ball down. X or tandem, whatever. Powers serving. Number 1 with the pass. Savine with the tip. Powers got it up. Timmins puts the ball down. Powers got the tip. Savine's tip. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit more and get as much of this as I can. Pass by Powers, 11 passing. 5 with a hit down the line. The dig was by Buck. Changed it so we're getting a little more to the middle of the court. 6 serving, 3-2-1 in the front row. They're put away by Timmins. Timmins is looking awfully good against the block there, not putting up on him. Timmins with the serve. 11 knows he's going to get it. He goes to 6 instead after it rolls off the top of the net. Missed miserably. Savine serving 2-1-11 across the front row. It's passed by Karch. Goes outside. I believe it was Zaitsev with the block then. Zaitsev got the block on Karch. We have a timeout. USA. Time is back in. I'm told the score is 6 the Soviets, 9 USA. It's 6 serving 9. Savine serving 2-1-11 across the front row. Mishandled ball on the pass. A Karch got a little high on him. Savine still serving. Berzins with a pass. Timmins through the block. Between 2 and 1. Zaitsev is complaining about something to the referee. Karch serving. It's Pavel with the pass. Outside set to 1 with a tip. Easily handled. Buck with another tip, and he could have drilled it. It was Penchenko driving Craig Buck's tip back at him. He knows he should have hit it. 2 serving, 1-11-5 in the front row. Powers with a pass. Craig Buck again getting stuffed. This time it was by Shirukin. Shirukin stuffing Craig then. Score is, I believe, 7 serving 9. Zaitsev serving. Berzins was called for a lift on picking up his blocked ball. 8 serving 9, 1-11-5 across the front row with 2 serving. Oh, Timmins with no block hit the ball into the top of the net. It's a good block by Buck. Timmins did not get the ball over the net that time. Two serving, 1-11-5 across the front row. Scores tied at 9. 9-all, equal.
9-9.
Спасибо. 2 serving, passed by Karch. Berzins goes down the line. Outside the outside blocker, good hit. Dvorak serving, although you can't see it on this shot. It's Dusty serving. To Savine. 1 with a hit. Got the ball down in front of Buck. 1 serving. We have 11-5-6 across the front row. Berzins. That dig was by 1 off of Berzins' hit. Penchenko. We have a substitution USA. Rod Wild comes into the game for Craig Buck. Wild serving. Serve tipped by number 5, the pass by Savine. That's Pavel against a 3-man block. He got the ball off the inside man, center man. 11 serving. 5-6-3 across the front line. Pass to Burrs. Burrs turns it down the line, puts it away. Berzins serving. Find 11, please. To number 11. Comes up with an excellent pass. Savine with a hook shot to the deep center. 5 serving, 6-3-2 in the front line, 1-11 round out the rotation. Pass by Karch. Powers with the put away, cross court. Powers serving. Powers got 11. Savine being blocked by Karch. Good set and a little tip by Savine. Six serving, 3-2-1 on the front line, 11-5 in the back. Pass by Karch. Karch down the line, a dig by 11. Good save by number 5. There's a smart over-the-top tip by Karch-Kirai, putting the ball down. We have a substitution again now. Craig Buck comes back in to play the front line for Rod Wild. Timmons serving.
Craig Buck.
Tip by 2. 5 putting the ball down. Sharuk and Savine serving. 3 serving. 2-1-11 in the front row. Pass by Berzins. Pat Power sprays it out down the line. 10 serving, 9 is the score. Savine serving. Savine serving. 2-1-11 front row. Karch down the line, past number 2. Past Zaitsev. Zaitsev acts like he should have stuffed him. He wasn't even close. Number 6 mispasses it. 11 sets it. Too close. Trap set. 1 dinked it. Berzins hits the ball. Was not in position to hit it and was blocked. Blocked by Zaitsev on that play. Couldn't get back in time to make a good approach after being on the blocking line. 2 serving. 1-11-5 in the front row. Pat Powers. There's Timmons with no block. He got the ball over the net that time. Borak serving. 6 with the pass. 5, Sharukin drills it down the line. One serving, front row is 11, 5, and 6. Burrs passes it. Powers goes across court. Gets Savine kind of high, and Savine pounds it right into the bleachers. Buck serving. Savine with a one-hand pass. It's a good serve. 11 with a little dink. We got a net. We got a net on the USA. On his dink. 11 serving, 5, 6, 3 in the front line. Savine switches to center block. Bump set by Dusty. Pat Powers hits it over the block and out. Over a 3-man block. 11 serving. 5, 6, 3 in the front row. Pass by Berzins. Pat Powers gets to the middle and beats number 6, who was center blocking that time. Number 6 was the center blocker in that case. After the set, Berzins serving. One with a good pass, a fairly good pass. There's a block by Karch on number 5. Savine putting the ball down. Timmons got him. Savine with the tip. Back set to Powers and hit it right into a 3-man block with a trap set. He had no chance. He needed to make a big approach and jump high. Actually, he must have got it down the front. Okay, point USA. Berzins serving. Bad pass by Soviets. Oh, Powers missed the ball. Number 6 hitting off of Pat Powers on that. We have a substitution, USSR.
Команде Советского Союза замена.
Number 14 is in for number 2. And number 8 replaces number 5. Number 8 replaces 5.
Виктор Сидельников, номер 8.
Berzins with the pass. Timmons puts the ball down. Can I get the score? With those substitutions, it's reasonably sure the Soviets are ahead. We got a substitution for USA. Mark Waldy is into the game. Number 1 with a pass. Swinging miss by 14, and we picked it up. Tip by Karch, they picked up. A hit by Pavel off of Timmins. Six serving, 3-14-1 in the front row. Dumped by Dusty in front of number 8. 8 and 14 are a little nervous. Should be able to get them, guys. Six serving, six serving. 8 is this. Number 8 is this setter. 6 passing. Sets number 1, Chenko. Off the block. Or his side out. Savine serving, number 3 serving. 14-1-11. 14-1-11 in the front row. 8 and 6 in the back row. Pass by Berzins. Buck hit it right into a one-man block. Dusty had to put it up and over, and 11 put it down. 3 serving. We have a timeout. And I don't know what the score is.
10-13. Второй перерыв команды.
I found out the score. It is 13 serving. That's USSR. 13 USA. 11 or 10? 10.
10 to 12.
10. I'm sorry. It's 12 serving to USA 10. Okay, now it's Karch serving with 10 points against the Soviets with 12 points. Damn. Number 1 with the tip. Substitutions for the USSR. 5 back in for 14 and 2 back in for number 8. Shkurikin and Zaitsev back in the game. 2 serving. Zaitsev serving. 1-11-5 in the front line. Pass by Karch. Timmins with a good hit. Dig by Savine. Buck down the line. Zaitsev got him. Good little dump hit. Up by Karch. Berzins with a big hit. Off of Berzins' heads and into an unoccupied part of the Soviet court for a side out.
Let's go. Good luck.
Команде США замена в игру возвратился.
Yes, that's right. Maybe. Dvorak serving. Pavel with a pass. 11 hitting. We got him. Power swinging. 3-man block. Got him over the top. He got it over Penchenko, I believe, or through his arms. It's a point, USA. Dvorak serving. Passed by Pavel. Number 1, Penchenko, the put away. Second man in. Play set hit. 1 serving, 11-5-6 in the front row. 3 and 2 in the back row. Okay, Buck moved the ball around a little bit that time, got it down. Buck with the serve. Comes the mop. Need the mop. Savine says, no problem. We're tough. Buck serving. Puts the ball on out of bounds, looking for 6. Out about 6 inches. 11 serving. 5-6-3. Shurikin, Pavel, Savine in the front row. 6 block middle after a stack. We have a net USSR. The stuff was by number 5. Pavel netted. Number 5, Shurikin netted. Berzin serving. Pass by number 1. That was a hit by Pavel, reaching high and snapping. Shurukin serving. Pavel, Savin, Zeitvin in the front row. Zaitsev put away by Timmins. Powers serving. Puts the ball on number 11. Makes a good pass. Hit by Savin. The dig was off the wand. Number 6 serving. 3-2-1 in the front row. 11-5 in the back row. Karch block. Karch hitting the ball out of bounds about 4 feet. Right at the server spot. 6 serving. 3-2-1 in the front line. Pass by Karch. Powers hitting cross court. The dig by Shurukin. Savin with a hit. The dig by Buck. Nice easy swing by Karch. The dig by 6 Pavel. 11 block. Savin plays it with his head. 5 with the put away. That's the game. A good rally to end the game. Shurukin put the ball away off of Pat Powers, who's in a position to possibly dig it. That's the end of game 1 on match 1. The final score was 15-12. 15-12 was the final score. Okay, we're about to start game 2. The Soviet Union is on the far side in this game. I'm going to forego a little bit of coverage on the USA side this time to try to get a little better coverage of the Soviets there.
This tournament is the stage for the Olympic Games.
That's about as good as I can do. The starting lineup, if I can read this now, is 2, 1, 6, 16, 5, and 6. That obviously can't be it because I said 6 twice. It's 2 serving. We have 1, 16, 5 in the front row, 6 and 3 in the back row. Serve is out. That's 1, 16, 5 in the front row. 1, 16, 5. 2 serving, and then 6 and 3 in the back. Pass by 6. Pat Powers got on top of the overpass, put it down for a side point. Dvorak is serving. Pass by 6. They called a high pass on him. It's 2 in a row for Pavel. 2 in a row for Pavel. Dvorak serving. Tipped by 5 by Shurukin. Blocked by Powers, and then Buck went up there and drilled it. Dvorak serving. Score is 3 serving 0. Pass by Savin. That hit was by 16 I mean. Powers cross court, put the ball down. We have number 16, I don't know who he is. Looks like it, Raimon. By Dvorak, serving by Dvorak, pass by 6. Cross court hit by 5. Shurukin was out of bounds. Yeah, was out that far. Shurukin. Dvorak still serving, score 5, serving 0. Pass by Pavel. They set number 1. Oh, almost dropped. Berzins off of number 1. Number 1 didn't expect to get the serve there at all. That's 6-0, and the crowd is upset. Number 5 steps back to pass that one. Shurukin steps in front of number 6. That's the stuff. Buck got him, and then along with Berzins. but 7 serving 0. 7 serving 0. Pass by Pavel. Number 5 with a hit, stuffed. Craig Buck stuffs him. The whistles are deafening. 1 serving, number 1 serving. Dvorak finds Pavel again. Sets number 5 with a 1-on-1. He tips it in front of Dusty. Good thing to do on the 1-on-1 block. Dusty was digging in to dig the ball, and he got a good tip right over the block in front of Dvorak. Panchenko now serving. It's a pass by Berzins. Power stuffed. It's a block by the new kid, looked like. Number 16 blocked that ball. Floated out with Powers. 1 serving. We have 16-5-6 in the front row. 16-5-6. Stigs by Savine. They set 16. Powers rolls it over the top. 2 digs it. They set 3 in the back row. Digs by Timmons. Karsh just did an acrobatic set to get the ball to the right side and beat the block. Berzins put the ball down. It's a side out. Score 7, serving 1. Serves by Buck. Passes by 3, and it's a little dump by Zaitsev. Dump by Zaitsev got blocked. Buck serving. Passed by put away by 16. 16 had no block in front of him. The pass was by Pavel. 16 now serving. 16 serving. 5-6-3 on the front row. Berzins with the pass. Back set to Timmons, who beat Savine. Left him out of bounds. Berzins serving. Pass is by 16. It was a hit by Savine. He hit it out. Reached high and hit it out. Score is 10 serving 1. Pass by the new kid again, 16. That's a block on number 5. Powers got the block on Pavel then. Timmons hit it right into, damn it, right into Shrukin for a side out. That was a point. 1 serving 10. Shrukin serving. Pass by Karch. Back sets Powers. This goes off of Pavel. Smacked it good. Powers serving. Pass by number 1, Panchenko. Pavel hitting the ball. Good up by Buck. Karch off the block. Got it off of Savine for a point. We have a timeout USSR with the score 11 USA, 1 USSR. Time back in. Pat Powers serving. Serve goes to number 1, Panchenko. Little tip by Savine. Boy, when he gets a hole in the block, he doesn't hit for that hole in the block. He dinks through that hole in the block. 6 serving, 3-2-1 in the front row. Pass by Berzins. Nobody up to Pat Powers. It's a good dig by the number 16. Number 1 with a hit. Here's number 5. Down the line and out. We got a touch. We got a touch on that. It's a point. USSR. Pavel serving to Berzins. Karch rolls it over the top. Pavel pops it up. Dusty with the dump. Got it past Savine. 5 with the dump. Free ball. We passed it over the net into a perfect set for Savine. Pavel still serving. We have Savine, Zaitsev, and Panchenko in the front row. 16 and 5 in the back row. Put away by Timmins. Timmins serving. Timmins serving. Passed by, there's another tip by 1. Timmins hits the ball into the middle of the net again. That pass was by 16. Number 3, Savine serving. Savine serving. Passed by Berzins. Hit into the block and back out of bounds. That block was 16 and 2. I'm sorry, the front row in that serving position was 2-1 and 16. 2-1 and 16 with 6 serving. Cart serving. Passed by 6. Number 1 into the block. I believe Dusty got him. It's a point. Cart serving. Pavel passing. This is hit by Pinchenko. Pat hit it over the net. And the ball went back over the net out of bounds. Over the net out of bounds. 2 serving, 1 14 and 5 in the front row. 2 serving, 1 14 and 5 in the front row. Missed the ball badly. 1 Dvorak serving. Dusty stops to tie his shoe. Wonder what the delay is. Dusty serving. Goes to Pavel. Put away by 16. Put away by 16. That's only the first time, one of the first times tonight they've gone to that. Substitution USSR. Number 4 comes in for Pinchenko. Number 4 in. Vladimir Porohov proceeds to serve the ball into the net. Front row was 2-16-5. I'm sorry, it was 16-2-5 in that rotation. Passed by 16. He gets another set. I think Pat Bowers is not following things. Not there at all. 16 serving. 5-6-3 in the front row. Set the Powers, he hits the ball off of number 5, off of Shurukin. Berzin serving. Pass by number 4. Savine hits the ball. Dusty digs it over and out. We have 2 substitutions for the USSR. Number 14 is in for number 2. Number 8 replaces number 5. Number 8 goes back to serve. The front row now with number 8 serving is 6-3-14. The back row is 4 and 16. Pass by Berzins. Karts puts the ball down past Pavel. Showed him the line and turned it back. Got the angle. Substitution USA. Sunday comes in for Powers. Sunday in for Powers. Sunderland back to serve. With the score? What is the score?
12-3.
Thank you. The score is 12-3. I have a couple of friends here in the balcony helping me keep score. Sunday serves it out, does a little dance, serves it out about 1.5 feet. Pavel serving. We have 3-14-4 in the front row. Passed by Berzins. Hit by Berzins off the block. That up was by 16. He's hitting from the back row and into the net. 16 hit from the back row and into the net. Timmins serving. Pass by Pavel. 4 with a real easy hit. Not much of a dig. Good play by USA. Savine comes in for the little 31 behind. Puts the ball down. Quick arm swing. 3 serving. 14-4-16. All rookie front line. Seven got the ball down. Craig Buck put the ball down. was 14-4-16 was the front row then. Cart serving. A lot of practice for Pavel. 14 reaching for it, couldn't get to it. Oh, Buck hits the ball out. Buck, bear down. 14 serving. We have 4, 16, and 8 in the front row. Nobody out there to block Timmins. Hitting from the back row on the offside. They leave that one alone. Dvorak serving. Pass by Pavel. 16 comes in there and roundhouses it off our center blocker. That's a side out. 4 serving. We have 14-4 and 6 in the front row. 14-8 and 6. Shit, try 16-8 and 6. So hit by Pavel, dig by Karch. Oh, don't jump then. 16 finally got the ball down in a good rally. 4 serving. The front row is 16, 8, and Pavel. Okay, 4 serving is 16, 8, and 6. Timeout USA. Timeout USA. Score is 12-4. 12-4. Got another battery going dead on me here, so we're gonna have to try to hurry this game up, I hope. Pass by Berzin, serve was by 4. Stuff by 16 on Timmins. 16 stuffed Timmins. 4 serving. 14, 16, and 8 in the front row. Powers off of Sunday off of number 8. We have a substitution. USA number 8. Wild comes in for Craig Buck.
Игру вошел Род Вайлд, номер 8.
Wild serving. Served it out. Savine played it. They hit by 14 down the front of Sunderland. Sunday's got the only long sleeve shirt out there. Stands out. 16 serving. 8, 6, and 3 in the front row. That's, I need glasses. 16 serving, 8, 6, 3 was in the front row. Berzin serving. It's a tip by Pavel. It's a put away for a point by Karch. Final score was 15-5 USA. What happened to that? What? Didn't I push it?
It doesn't work.
It didn't work all the time. We missed the last point of that thing, the pause, non-pause button malfunctioned on me. The final score was USA 15, USSR 5. At game.
Record 3 hours.
3 hours, 20 minutes.
Okay, beginning game 3. Beginning game 3. I'll call the starting lineup out for the USSR when they serve. USA serving. Game score is 1-1. Karch serving. Passes by 6. Oh. Okay, we have side out. Number 2, Zaitsev serving. Across the front row is 1, 16, 5. The back row is 6 and 3. Pass by Karch. Here's Berzin's. It's a block by number 1 by Penchenko. Putting the heavy roof on Berzin's there. 2 serving. We have 1, 16, 5 in the front row. Buck blocks the serve back into a free ball for the Soviets. They mess it up. 1 looks for some hands that doesn't find them. What is somebody's hands?
1, 2, 0.
Thank you.
0 to 1.
Dusty serving. Tip by 16, pass by 6. Put Put away by Panchenko. Panchenko serving 16, Shurukin and Pavel in the front row, 3 and 2 in the back row. Panchenko serves it out. Buck serving. Pass by Savine, bad pass. Set by Pavel. 16 tips. Powers. Number 5, block Powers. Shurukin. 16 serving, 5-6-3 in the front row. So little good play, a little tip by Timmins. 12 serving, Berzin serving. Dragging the mop out. Berzin serving. Goes to 16 for the pass. He pulls it back on an overset. Karch rolls it over the top. 6 digs it up. It's a block by Timmins. Dig by Dusty. Pat sets too far inside. Karch tries to go around the block. Can't do it. Hits outside Alf, the 3-man block. Number 5, Shurukin serving, 6-3-2 in the front row. Ooh, misplay. Pavel tried to turn it by Powers, and Powers was waiting. Good block, way over the net. He got the Powers blocked that ball about an inch after it left Pavel's hand. Powers with a serve. Pass by number 16. Pavel with the put away. Pavel serving. The front row is 3-5-1. I'm sorry, 3-2-1. 3-2-1. Savine, Zaitsev, and Panchenko in the front row. 16 and 5 are in the back row. 16 and Shurukin in the back row. 6 serving, 3-2-1 in the front row. Pass by Aldis. Strong hit. Again on the offside, they didn't get out to him. Hit by Timmins. .16 with a pass. 5 with a hit. Oh, Craig Buck looked away and the ball went down in front of him. He had him stuffed. 3 serving, 2-1, 16 in the front row. They stack all the way over to the onside. Savine serves it about 12 feet out. Karch serving. 6 with a pass. 1 with a hit. Number 1 with a hit. Panchenko. Zaitsev serving. We have 1-16-5 in the front row. 1-16-5. Karch blocks the ball. Blocks the serve. Off of Panchenko and out of bounds. Right side out. Dvorak. Dusty Dvorak serving. What a quiet game so far. Serves Pavel. Hit was by 5, blocked by Berzins. Hit by 16, dig by Dusty. Powers got the ball down the line, a good up by Savine. Free ball. Powers hits it right into 16. And the ball was in. God, hat. Number 1 serving. Panchenko serving. We've got 16 Shrukin and Pavel in the front row. 16, 5, and 6 in the front row. One serving to Berzins. Berzins gets the hit. We have a net USSR. Soviets netted there. I didn't see who it was. Buck serving. It was a tip by 5. Cross-court hit. Cross-court hit by Pavel. It's a side out. Score is 1-0. 1 serving 0. 1 USSR. Served by 16. Okay, Timmons puts the ball away. I'll give you a call on the front line on that serving position in just a moment. 5-3-6. 5-3-6 is the front line there. Berzin serving, 16 passing. 3 hitting off the center blocker. Number 5 serving. We have 6-3-2 in the front line. 6-3-2, 1 and 16 round out the rotation. Pass by Karch. Back set to Powers. Got it off of Shurikin. Going to attempt to dig. Powers serving. .16 with the pass. 3 turns it down the line. Tricky guy, tricky guy. 6 serving. Front line is 3-2-1. Karch hitting the ball down. I believe it was Panchenko with the block. 6 serving, 3-2-1 on the front line, 16-5 in the back row. Karch didn't move his feet for the pass. Rolls one in. The 3's just average, hitting that high set on the offside. Karch into the block. Timmons off the block and out. Hit off of number 2, off of Zaitsev. Timmons serving. Ooh, serves out. Trying to find Pavel. 3 serving. 2-1, 16 in the back row. Savin serving. That's a Panchenko and number 16 in the front row. There's an overpass. 16 just goes up there and pops it to an empty part of the court. Quiet game. We got nothing in the way of a rally here. The score is 3-0 USSR. Savin serves the ball out again. Karai serving. Got Pavel. Good pass. Went with the fast man that time. Went with the first man. The block wasn't there. 16 hitting the ball. 2 serving, 1 16-5 in the front row. 6-3 in the back row. This is a boring game. Nothing's happening. It was a dig by number 2. Savin hitting from the back row. They called Berzins on that one. Savina hits the quick one in the middle and doesn't like to hit much else. At least this game. 2 serving, 1 16-5 in the front row. 2 serves it out. Fans aren't getting the money's worth this game. Dvorak serving. Pass by Pavel. Got the second man 16 on that one. Place that hitter. 1 serving, 16-5, 6 in the front row. Buck plants it. Good hit. Side out. Score is 0 serving 5. Savin passing. Pavel with a little underhanded tip. Timmons just gets it down in front of Pavel. Just beat the third man on the three-man block. Puck serving, we got a point. Savine. Timmons rolls it into the middle of the back court. No, the ball was in. Puck serving, made another point there. That's that weak spot that coach was telling us about. One passing. That's an out hit by 16, hit it out. Puck serving, 2-5. Oh, got him on a semi-run and served the ball into the net. 16 serving, front row is 5-6-3. Berzins. It's big by 16. That's a block by Berzins. 5 tried to go the line and Berzy got him. Shurukin tried to hit the line. Ooh. Serve was just out. Side out. 5 serving. Shurukin serving. 6-3-2 in the front line. Pat Powers, second man. Block never left the ground. Good fake by Dusty. They didn't know what to think. Powers serving. Pass by 1. Shurukin hit the ball out. I'm sorry, that was Savine hitting the ball out. Savine hitting it out. He looks like an uninspired person tonight. 6 serving, 3-2-1 in the front row. Karch down the line. Karch coming from the left to the right side. 6 serving. Timmons serving. Zaitsev goes up there and ignites the crowd by spiking his serve. 3 serving, 2-1-16 in the front row. Pass by Berzins. It's a dig by Savine. No back row hitter. Oh, Timmons hits the ball into the net again. This time it happens to drop. We're getting a free hit on that offside, on that side there. Back row hitter on the right side's a free hit. And we serve another ball into the net. The score is 5 serving 2. 5 serving 3. 2 serving 1-16-5 in the front row. Oh. Berzins got the ball down. Nobody, and the ball was dug by 6, but nobody went after it. It's 4 serving 5. 6 with the pass. 1, Penchenko with a hit. Not a real quick one, but quick enough. 1 serving, 16-5-6 in the front row. 3 and 2 in the back row. Karch pass. Buck was blocked there. 3 blocked by Powers. 16 was either blocked by Powers or the ball didn't go. It's a side out. Buck serving. One with a pass. 6. Got stuffed by Powers again, I think. It's a point. 5-5. It's a tip by 5. It was a one-handed block by Timmons. I don't believe that. What? One hand. The USA has picked the pace up a little bit. USSR is still asleep. 5 minutes ago, both teams were asleep.
5-5.
The score is now 5-5. Pass by 1. It's a hit by Pavel off the block. 16 serving. We have 5-6-3 in the front row. 5-6-3 in the front row. Berzins with the pass. Back set to Timmins. He gets the ball down. The block isn't adjusting to our offside sets. Berzins serving. Passed by one, Panchenko. Savine with a tip, right in the middle. Gives a three-man block. Five serving, the front line is 6-3-2. One and 16 in the back row. Pass by Karch. Dusty couldn't get it. That's a serve by Shurikin. They gave ace to Karch twice. Karch needs a little more beach play, see some serves, get some practice. Berzins mispasses the ball. Powers gets stuffed. This is a real happy streak. Beal calls timeout. The score is 8 USSR, 5 USA. Time is back in. The score is 7 serving 5. 7 serving 5. Karch rolls one right in the middle. Taking a page from Savine's book. Nice little dink one. There's only one block. One man block. Powers serving. Pass by number 1, Chenko. Dig is by Berzins. Karch rolls it over the top. Timmins puts the ball down for a point. Powers serving. Passes by 16, not a good pass. Shoots Savine, who drops it over the middle again. That one might have been Pavel. 6 serving, 3-2-1 in the front row. 16 and 5 in the back row. Pass by Burrs. Little tip by Timmins. Timmins serving. Gets number 6 on the serve. One hand set to Savine, who puts it down. Savine serving. Zaitsev, Panchenko, and 16 in the front row. That's 2-1-16 in the front row. Pass by Berzins. Play set man. Karch comes to put the ball down. Second man. Karch serving. Pass by 6. Shoot out to 16. Almost a dig by Karch. Almost a dig. Zaitsev serving. We have 1-16-5 in the front row. Serve is out. Dvorak serving. To Pavel. Set 5, who hammers it down the line. Shurikin saw the line, went for it. Got it good. One serving, 16-5-6 in the front line. Dig is by 2. Good dig, both sides. Pat Powers, a 3-man block. Cranks it over the top and out. One serving 16-5-6 in the front row. Dig by Berzins. Dink it, dink it. That powers. Try to go down the line. Looked like Shuriken blocked him. Shuriken with the stuff. Damn. We have a substitution, USA. DeWillis comes in for Pat Powers. Pat Powers just playing down to this level. Everyone's kind of lazy out there, so Pat gets lazier. One serving, 16-5-6 in the front row. Berzin stuffed. In fact, the whole team is playing down now. One serving, 16-5-6, 3-2. Bucks set beat the block and Buck sprayed it out of bounds. Terrible string here. One serving. Berzins with the pass. Dusty had to bump set it. We get it back. We get it back. The crowd likes it. 5 with a hit. Off of Buck's block into the stands. Timeout USA. The score is 12-5. We have 6. It's 12-6.
Oh, God.
There's too much calm down. Time is back in. One is serving. Benchenko serving. 16-5-6 in the front row. Berzins the pass. Oh, DeWillis gets a no man up on the block and sprays it 2 feet out of bounds. Oh. Loosen up, you guys. One serving. That saves us. The only thing that could have saved us is an out serve. Substitution USA. Wild for Buck. Wild to serve. I look around and see half the crowd asleep. Wild serving. Pass by number 3, Savine. Pavel off of Berzin's block. 16 serving. We have 5-6-3 in the front row. Berzin's blocked. God, 5 has got quick hands. Benchenko. No, that was not. That was a Shuriken. Shuriken, number 5. Shuriken, good block. Berzin's off of Savine. Kind of with the second man. Substitution. Soviets, number 10. Number 10 replaces number 16. Berzin serving. One pass. 6 was trying to get the line. Timmons went with him and stuffed him. It's the point. Berzin serving. Number 1 at the pass. Shuriken sprays it out of bounds with a miserably poor hit. Oh, I think we got an ace serve. We got an ace serve. Pavel thought it might be out, let it go, and it landed on the line. Served by Berzins. Teams are playing down to each other's levels. Dig by Berz. Hit by Timmons off of Pavel's block for another point. A few more, we're back in this match, back in this game, head in this match. Berzin serving, number 10. Hits 3. Oh! Hometown call. They called a lift on the dig there. We have a substitution. 16 comes in for 2. 16 comes in for 2 and 13 comes in for 5. 13 to serve. I'll call out the rotation now. We have 13 serving, 6, 3, 19 in the front row, 1 and 10 in the back row. 13, 6, 3, 19, 1 and 10. Pass by Karch. Timmons with a hit. Pavel down the line, Wild dug him. 19 flailed at the ball. Karch with a little rainbow. Number 3 swinging. Dig by Berzins. Back set, and Duilius got it down the front of 19, who was late on that block. Side out. That's a side out. Du serving. Got number 1. Back set to 6. Hammers it just outside of Karch. 6 serving, 3, 19, 1 in the front row, 10, 13 in the back row. Savina in the front right, 16 in the center. Panchenko, front left. Number 10, rear left. Number 13, center rear. Pavel, 6, serving. Berzins with a pass. Karch hammers it down past 16. Substitution. Buck comes back in for Wild in the front row. Timmons serve. Pavel with the pass. Tip by 3, we got it up. Got a tip. Backing up the block, Duilius is called for a lift. Substitution, USSR. 16 back in for number 10. 10 came in the back row for 16. That means 16 is a serving target. 3 serving. Three served that ball. The front row in that case was 16, 13. I'm sorry, let's go the other way. 19, 13, 16. Karch serving. Got another battery going out on me here. It's the third one. Pass by 6. Cut away by 1. Du got his hands up in time. Substitution USSR. 2 for 8, 5 for 13. I'll give you the rotation. It's 2 serving, 1, 16, 5 in the back row, 6, 3. That was the front row, 6, 3 in the back row. Timmons putting the ball down. Front row was 1, 16, 5. 1, 16, 5 was the front row there. Dvorak serving. 6 with the pass. I think he called a point, USA. Reaching over the net. Pass by 6. Swing by 5, we blocked him. Oh, bad set, out of bounds. Hit went outside the pole by Buck. 1 serving, 16, 5, 6 in the front row, 3, 2 in the back row. Berzins with the pass. Pavel hitting. Ball didn't go. Ref didn't stop the play. Pavel hit the ball out. Buck serving. Pass by 1. Bad pass. 3 from the back row. We got a dig. 6. We blocked him. Du put the ball down. Good dig by 1. 16. Dusty with not quite a good enough dig. The side out. 16 serving. 5, 6, 3 in the front row. 1 and 2 in the back row. What is the score?
14 to 11.
Score is 14 serving 11. Berzins puts the ball down.
Should mark them every 10. He needs to put a little special mark every 10 or every 5.
Berzins serving. 11 serving 14. Pass by 1. Back set 5 was not ready at all for the ball. Du puts it down. It's 12 serving 14. Can we come back? Crowd is on its feet. Stretching. Berzins serving. Pass by 1. Over and out. Benchenko got the ball too high. Probably should have been called for a lift on that play. We have a timeout. We have a timeout, USSR. The Soviet coach is too sick to even go out there and say anything. He's letting the manager go out there and talk to him. Is back in. 5 is serving. 6, 3-2 in the front line. Du hits the ball out of bounds to end the match. Looking at the block more, he's looking at the ball. Too bad. Final score of game 3 is 15 USSR, 13 USA. Almost came back and got him. Game score now is 2 for the Soviets, 1 for the USA. Okay, now beginning game 4 of match 2. Beginning game 4. Soviets on the far side. I'll try to zoom in on them a little bit. Back off and get the pulls. We'll focus on the far side of the court.
Sorry. Was the equipment cheaper in the US or in Japanese?
Probably cheaper in Japan.
In Japan.
Serving for the USSR, my eyes are that good, is 16. The front row is 5, 10, and 3. The back row is 2 and 1. Puck into the block. That's 10 extending over the top. Point USSR. 16 serving, 5, 10, and 3 in the front row, 2 and 1 in the back row. Then back to 16 serving. Berzins cross-court hit for a side out. Vorak serving. Pass by 16. Hit by 5, stuffed by Sunday. We got Sunderland out there starting this game. Dusty serving, scores 1-1. 16 passing. Quick set to Savini. He slams it. 5 serving. 10-3-2 on the front line. 5 into the net. Buck serving. Got it short to number 5. Great serve. Number 5 was walking back to get in a position to make his approach, and suddenly saw the ball come in and went, oh my goodness. And the ball bounced off the shoelaces. Buck serving. Number 1 with the pass. Savine with his tip over the block. Ten now serving. 3-2 2-1 in the front row, 16-5 in the back row. Savine serves out for the 4th time tonight. Yeah, that was 10 serving. Berzin serving. Pass by 16. Savine floats across about 8 feet above the net, puts it down. Savine now serving. 2-1-16 in the front row. 5 and 10 in the back. Karch sneaks the ball in between the blockers. Sunday serving. Pass by 10. 1 with a hit. Benchenko with a hit. 2 serving, 1-16-5 in the front row. Zaitsev serves it out. Here come the whistles. Serving Timmins. Savine, pass. God darn it. One-handed block. Off of Buck and out of bounds. Hit by Shurikin. 1, Benchenko serving. 16-5 and 10 in the front row. Timmins being blocked. With a hit. Down the line, Timmins got him. 10 again. Cross court. Karch gets him easily. Unfortunately, it was a perfect set for 16. He hammers it inside the 3-meter line. Number 1 serving. 16-5-10 in the front row. Pass by Sunday. Karch is not attacking the ball. 2 gets an easy dig. 10 with the dump, out of bounds. 10 with the tip. Karch serving. Pass by Benchenko. 10 with the hit, between the block. Dusty took a little too much line. It didn't close soon enough. 16 serving for the Soviets. 5-10-3 in the front row. Pass by Karch. Cross court hit by 16. 16's playing. He's somewhat inspired. 16 serving, 5-10-3 in the front row. Berzin's hitting into Savine's block, which stuffs him. Karch passing. Berzin's got down the front of number 10 that time. Dusty serving. Here's the pass by 16. Hit by 10 and a dig by Dusty. Sunderland. Here's Savine hitting off the block. Off a Buck. 5 serving 10-3, 2 in the front line, 1 and 16 in the back line. Berzin's. Oh, Berzin's. He slipped. Blocked by Savine. Buck's talking to himself.
5-2-2. 9 hours ago, but
Score now, I believe, is 5-2. 5 serving. 10-3, 2 in the front line. Savine starting to block some balls. Pass by Karch. Blocked by 10 and 2. Sunday. Back row guy, dig by Dusty. There's number 1 hitting, the back row. Off of Berzin's face. Point, Soviets. We have a substitution, USSR. Duilius
Замена. На площадке
in for Buck.
Рич Дуэльс, номер 5.
5 serving, 10-3-2 in the front line. Duilius beat Savine to the ball. Good dig by 1. Sunderland pounding it right into number 10. Late and low, and 10 was waiting. We have a timeout. USA, and the score is approximately 7-2. 7-2 in favor of the Soviets. Time is back in. 5 is still serving. 10-3-2 in the front line. 2 blocking center. 3-man block. Sunday got it down the front of Savine. Whew. Front of the 3rd man. Savine a touch late coming across. Okay, Duilius serving. Pass by 16. Savine gets a hit with no block up there. The one-hand set by Zaitsev. It does well that way. 10 serving, 3-2-1 in the front row, 16 and 5 in the back row. Pass by Berzins. Timmins off the block and out of bounds. Berzins will serve. We have a substitution. USA. Saunders replaces Karch Kirai. Pass by 10. Savine tries to dump it back. Didn't get it over the net. I think Dew may have had it if he had. Berzins with the serve. Number 16 passing. Savine finds an empty spot in the court. Kind of powder puffs it in there. 3 serving. We have 2-1, 16 in the front row. 5 and 10 in the back row. Berzins. Sunderland off 1 and out of bounds. No, side out. Sunderland serving. Pass by Savine. Sunderland with the dig. Saunders wanted to flail at that ball and hit it out. Two serving. We have 1, 16 and 5 in the front row. Side out. Pass by 10. Ooh. Number 5, Shuriken puts the ball down. Goes up as the block goes down. 1 serving. 16, 5, 10 in the front line. Net Soviets. Timmins puts the ball away anyway. Not a point. Saunders with the serve. Berzins off the block and out of bounds. Good hit on a trap set against a 3-man block. 2 serving, Saunders serving. Oh, into the net. (16) serving. We have 5, 10, 3 in the front line. 1 and 2 in the back. 2 and 1. Timmins, we beat the block to the outside again. Savine's did about a 27-foot sideways broad jump and almost got there. Dvorak serving. (16) mispasses the ball. 5 swinging. It's a block by Berzins. Dew may have gotten a piece of that. Point, USA. Dvorak serve. 16 passing. 10 hit the ball out of bounds. That makes the score.
6-3.
Oh, God, I think we've got an injury. It looks like Sunderland twisted his ankle. Came down wrong. It's a good put away by number 5 there. Okay, we'll have a substitution. Powers will replace Sunderland.
Замена в команде США.
Okay, 5 is serving. We have 10, 3, and 2 in the front line. This is a good blocking front line. A.Савина was out there with Timmins and didn't even jump. Didn't even jump on the block. It's a back row guy on the right side. They don't even block him. A.Савina with a Duilius with a hit. Good dig by 5. Free ball. Put away by Timmins. What score do you have?
7-7.
That ties the score at 7-7 as near as I can tell. Passed by 1. It's a dig by Saunders. Oh, and the tip put away by Timmins. Smart play, smart set, smart hit. Excellent dig by Saunders. Do with the serve. There's a tip. Duilius is all over it. Timmins puts the ball over. A.Савина with the back row hit. Off the top of the block and out. Damn, it was not a particularly good hit. He got away with it. 10 serving. 3, 2, and 1 in the front row. 3, 2, and 1 in the front row. Pass by Saunders. Good pass. Timmins with a hit. 1 hammers the ball. Benchenko puts the ball away for a point. 10 serving. Powers blocks the ball out. We have 3, 2, 1 in the front row with 10 serving. Good hit by Berzins, got around the block. Berzins serves. Is that 9-7? Pass by 16. Benchenko puts the ball away off the block. It's Benchenko. Substitute USSR. Number 11 replaces number 3, Савин. Alexander Sapirin. Oh! Saunders slams another one. Okay, 11 serving, 2, 1, and 16 in the front line. 11 hits the ball into the net. Power serving. Ten passing the ball. 16 puts the ball down. 16's the comer out there. He'll be on the team. 2 serving. We have 1, 16, 5 in the front row. Pass by Saunders. Powers hit that ball from in front of the 3-meter line. But we got away with it. Timmins serving. 11 with the pass. Back set to 1. Hits down the line. Darn near got a dig by Berzins. Put away by Benchenko. Benchenko serving. 16-5, 10 in the front row. Pass by Saunders. Timmons hammers it down the line. They got a block up that time, but it was not enough. Dave Saunders serving. Passes by number 1. Put away by 16. And we have Savine coming back in for number 11. 3 in for number 11 in the front row. 16 serving. 5-10-3 in the front row. Put away by Berzins. Dvorak serving. Passes by 1. Savine with the tip. 5 serving, 10-3-2 on the front line. Substitution. We have number 14 replacing number 2. And number 8 it looks like replaces number 5. 10-3-14 in the front line. I think they're out of order in the front line. Powers puts the ball in. With the dip. Powers got a touch, but they didn't call it. 8 serving, 10-3 and 14 in the front line. Berzins. Timmons late getting into the ball. Hit by 14 is out. DeWillius is serving. The score is, do we have a score? Pass by 1.
8-11 now.
Okay. The score is, I believe, 9 serving 11. 9-11. DeWillius serving. We're down by 2. Pass by 1. Not a good pass. Free ball. Oh, damn, if Berzins didn't get it by that 3-man block. Good dig. 14 hits the ball out. Score is now 10-11. Two serving into the net. Oh my God. Number 10 serving, 3, 14 and 1 in the front row, 16 and 8 in the back row. Pass by Saunders. Berzins puts the ball down. Berzins serving, passes by number 10. Outside set to number 1. Went off of Powers, got through his hands, went off his forehead. 3 serving, Savine serving, 14-1, 16 in the front row, 8 and 10 in the back row. Pass by Saunders. Powers drills the ball. Powers serving. Passes by 3. DeWillius hits it. 16 hitting. It's a block. Good block. It might have been Saunders got him. That's a point. Is that 11-11? 11-11. Power serving. His pass was by 14. Off of Timmons block and out of bounds. 2 substitutions for the Soviets. 2 comes in for number 8, 5 for number 14. 2 serving. Front row now is 1-16-10. 1-16-5 in the front row. 1-16-5. Back row is 10 and 3. Saunders with the pass. Saunders got a ball down. All right, off of 16. Dave needed that one. Timmins serving. Ball goes to number 10. Bad pass. A.Savina hits from the back row and might have gotten it 3 strands up from the bottom of the net. We have the timeout, Soviet Union, and the score is as close as I can tell, 12 USA, 11 USSR. A time back in with Timmins serving. We got a score of 12 serving to 11. 3 passes the ball and blows it totally. 3 was not expecting the ball in. He wants to wipe up the sweat. (13) serving 11. We have a chance at this game, folks. Passed by 3. Put away down the line by 5. Get in. 10 played an out ball. And we got a point for it. The block was out. 10 didn't hear the call. 5 hit the ball into the block and out. 10 played an out ball. We got it. We got a timeout. Soviets. Score is 14 USA, 11 Soviets. Time is back in with USA serving in the 4th game with a 14-11 advantage over the Soviets. Goes to A.Savina. Good pass. Middle set. We got a good dig. Dusty got stuffed. A little confusion. Dusty had a chance to be a hero. He won serving. We have 16-5-10 in the front row. Soviets had several chances for a side out. Number 1 serving. Front row is 16-5-10. Saunders made a great pass. And Timmins puts the ball down off of A.Savina's face, and he is disgusted with himself. Saunders serving, score 14-12. Would like this game very much. Pass by 1. Number 10 hitting. Dig by Saunders. Powers hits it hard. Free ball. Dusty dumps it. Berzins. DeWillius. Hits it out. Just a side out. 16 serving. We have 5-10-3 on the front row. Someone's got to reach out and put this ball away here. A.Savina's blocking in the center. He got Timmins one-on-one. Timmins puts the ball down. A great dig, a great set, and a great hit by Timmins. Side out. Scores. Timmins reached down and did it. Dvorak serving. The score is 14 serving, 12 receiving. Dvorak with a good serve. Finds number 1. Good pass. Guess who they went to? A.Savina got tired of playing around. 5 serving. We have 10-3-2 in the front line. 1 and 16 in the back row. Pass by Saunders. Oh, DeWillius goes right into the block. Timeout, USA. Score is 13 serving, 14. Time is back in. Number 5 serving for the Soviets. Score is out. 10-3-2 in the front line, 1 and 16 in the back line. Pass by Saunders, good pass. Pat Powers puts the ball down the line. Outside of the block and in for a side out. DeWillius serving. Score in. Pass by 16. A.Savina gets dug. No question where they're going to go with that ball. 10 serving. One more rotation and 13's out of the front row. 10, we have 3, 2, 1 in the front line. Pass by Burrs. Pat Powers couldn't get it down to Savine again. He was blocked. Pat Powers blocked him for his side out. Tried to get the line and Pat went out with him enough to get him. The ball was just in. Burzen serving score still. 14-13 USA. Pass by 10. Good pass. Faked to 10 and went to number 1 that time. Number 1 with the hit. Savine serving 2, 1, and 16 in the front row. 5 and 10 in the back row. Burzen's with the pass. Saunders sprayed it out of bounds to make it deuce game. Not quite there. 3 serving. Right back to Saunders, and he powders the ball. Way to reach down, Dave. Pat Powers serving. Goes to 10. Put away by number 1. 2 serving, 1, 16, 5 in the front row. Saunders with the pass. Pat Powers down the front of 16. We are about ready to see a missed pass by the Soviets. Timmons serving a substitution for the USA. Buck goes in for DeWillius in the front row. Now, about that missed pass. It's passed by 3. We got a dig. Done by Dusty. Good hit by 1. My goodness, a great cross-court hit. Side out. 1 serving. 16. He served out. 16, 5, and 3 were in the front row there. That's as good in that case as a missed ball. Missed pass. Saunders serving. Goes to number 1. Good pass. 10 has to dump it. Buck goes in there and puts the ball away off of 10. Good block and set by Dusty. That puts it add in again. Saunders still serving. Pass by 1. Out to number 10. Okay, we got the ball back. Good dig by Powers. 10 hitting off of Burzen's. Oh, he was almost there. Almost there. Okay, we have number 16 serving, 5, 10, 3 in the front row. Damn it, there's 3 up in front again. Timmons puts the ball down from the back right. I believe they think they can dig that ball. Dusty, Dvorak serving. Where's that missed pass? Goes to number 1. 10 hitting. We got a dig by Saunders. Set by Dusty. Saunders puts the ball down, and that's the game. Oh, Saunders. Pull it out.
Congratulations.
End of the game. End of game 4. USA wins at 6. We're about to begin game 5, if you can believe that, of our first match with the Soviets here in Kharkov. Games are tied at 2 apiece. Soviets will be on the far side. I'll try to get a little more court there if I can. About the best I can do. Kirai serving for the USA. 5-game match. I'm to my last of 6 batteries. Should have last of 5 batteries, I guess. This one of the Sovietskis took off with one, and I wasn't looking. Pass by 3. Pass by 3. 1. Dig by Karch. Timmons. It's a good dig by 10. Savine wanted the ball. He got it. Pat Powers puts the ball down. Middle back hit. Gets a 3-man block. Karch serving. Score 1-0. Pass by 10. It's a good block. Dusty puts the ball down. Got it backhanded by number 1. Number 1 dumps it down the front of our block. Good play. 2 serving. 116 and 5 in the front row. Put away by Berzins. Vorak serving. Pass by Savine. Either the set was too high or number 16 didn't get up in the air at the right time. He's holding his head in shame. I guess it was him that probably stumbled. He tried to jump. That's a point. Pass by Savine, not a good one. Number 5. Oh. You knew they weren't going to go back to 16 then, but we blocked them. They set the second man, number 5. 1 serving, 16, 5, 10 in the front line, 3, 2 in the back row. Powers hammers the ball. Craig Buck serving. Goes to Savine. 10 swinging. Buck with the attempt to dig. 16 serving. We have 5, 10, and 3 in the front row. Pass by Berzins. Powers off the top of the block. Ooh. Berzins with a serve. Scores 2 USA, 0 Soviets. Pass by 16. Savine swings again. We got a dig by Buck. 5 just snaps the ball down with no block up there. Where were you, Powers? 5 serving. 10, 3, and 2 in the front row. 1 and 16 in the back row. Berzins. Karch with a hit. It's a dig by 1. Savine with the tip. We're waiting for him. Berzins has it. Berzins tips. Savine digs him back. There's 10. He gets blocked by Timmons. His line shot was absolutely cut off by the block then. He tried to pussy it back across the middle, was blocked. Powers serving. Pass by 16. And a little dump, god damn it, by 2. 10 serving. 3, 2, 1 in the front row. There was the tip by Timmons. 16 hadn't seen it before, so it stood there glued in his shoes. Timmons serving. 16 with a pass. The famous Savine tip. Goes up, looks around, sees where there's some orange on the floor and tips the ball right there. 3 serving. 2, 1, and 16 in the front row. God damn it. Hammered by Craig Buck, and he hurt his bad ankle again. I don't know if he came down on it wrong or what. That's his left one. Served by Karch. It was a block. Block was either by Buck or, yeah, I believe it was Buck. Karch serving. Another block. Number 1 was stuffed by Dusty. Score is 4 USA, 0 Soviets. 10 with a pass. Nobody there. Nobody there. They got their play all screwed up. Craig Buck off the block and out of bounds. A 5-0 lead. Buck's foot's hurting him. He doesn't want to acknowledge it's hurting. He just is going to play through it. Pass by Savine. There's a dump. Buck got it back. Back set. A block. Number 1 is swinging. Oh, put away by number 2. He figures no one else can do it. He better do it himself. Number 2 serving. God dang it, if it... Timmons is down. Oh, what's wrong with him? I'm going to cut the machine off and save the bat. Timmons hurt his jaw diving for a ball. It's okay. Ooh, the serve was out. We played it. Cards played it. Great line shot by Berzins.
4-1.
The score is 4-1. 4-1. I know scoreboard, so I just have to try to keep track of my head. Dusty serving. Pass by number 3. 5 with the tip. Oh, when we netted. U.S. netted. 1 serving. 16-5. 10 in the front row. 3-2 in the back row. Pass by Burrs. Powers gets the ball down the line. Pass 16. Craig Buck serving. Tip on the serve by number 5. 10 gets dug by Craig Buck. Buck is just limping around. 16 serving, 5, 10, 3. The front row. Ten with a hit, a high through the middle of the block. That's 2 serving 4, 2 for the Soviets, 4 for the USA. 16 serving. Timmons a little too quick, good dig by 2. 16, hit the ball out. Berzins serving. Pass by 16. Put away by Savine. High above the mere mortals on the block. Substitution. USSR number 8 replaces number 2. Comes in to play the front line. Play by Dusty, put away by Pat Powers. Pat Powers with the serve. Pass by 16. It's 5 with a hit. Tip, we're waiting. Put away for a point by Kartskurai. 5 serving 2. Soviets may just be a little nervous here. Pat Powers serving. Out about a foot. 10 is now serving. We have 3, 8, and 1 in the front row. 16 and 5 in the back row. Pass by Berzins. Good block on Karch. I think it was Savine got him. Serving.